Okay, let's bring in retired Major General Dana Pittard, former Joint Force Land Component Commander in Iraq, former Deputy Commanding General of Operations for U.S. Central Command, 3rd Army based in Kuwait, and former Deputy National Security Advisor under former President Trump, KT McFarland. It's good to see you both. Thanks for joining us tonight. First to you, General. Does it look to you like Israel's now setting the stage for that broader ground invasion in Gaza?
Well, good evening, Liz. Yes, in fact, Israel's been conducting operations now for more than a week. We've seen the bombardment of Gaza and Gaza City from Israeli jet fighter bombers as well as artillery. We've seen intelligence operations going on. We've seen psychological operations, cyber attacks. And what we've seen in the last 2 days is Israeli forces preparing the routes for attack, the logistics, making sure that the ambush sites, pre-positioned ambush sites that Hamas has set up are taken out before the actual ground invasion itself.
Okay, so KT, how will Iran respond? Because the U.S. fighter jets, you know, they took out just 2 weapons and ammunition depots in eastern Syria after Iranian proxy forces struck at 19 times, injuring 21 U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria. How is Iran going to respond? What do you make of the White House policy here?
Look, I think it's schizophrenic, the White House policy, because on one hand, they've enriched Iran. They've made this possible because of high energy prices. Iran has windfall profits because of the Biden administration's failure to enforce sanctions and letting sanctions lapse. Iran's got a lot of money to fight a war. And since the Biden administration has been very, very empowering of Iran, now it looks like, well, we've said to Iran, look, we don't really think it's you that's done this, but we're holding you responsible. And we're going to have carrier groups in the Eastern Mediterranean. We've drawn a red line. We've said we're going to respond if you do anything. So if I'm Iran right now, what's going through my head? Wait a minute. This is the Biden administration, really the Obama administration before it. They're soft on Iran. We've been able to push them around for a long time. Now they're getting tough. So I think this whole period is, as we're looking for the next couple of weeks, is one of maximum sort of confusion and the possibility that everybody miscalculates. If you want to get rid of Iran, bankrupt Iran, push the oil prices down. They can't fight anybody then.
You know, what KT just said, General, I mean, Hamas is backed by Iran. Hamas still describes its October 7th slaughter of 1,400 innocent, unarmed Israeli civilians, including babies and grandmothers, as a, quote, military operation.
Well, Hamas is a terrorist organization, and Israel has the right to absolutely destroy Hamas. In fact, if there is going to be peace in a post-Hamas Gaza, Hamas has got to be eliminated. And we've seen that. We've seen the Israeli forces trying to cut off the head and the command and control of Hamas before the actual ground invasion. But Hamas must be removed if there's going to be any kind of peace in the future.
Yeah, and because you have this, KT, the Iranian foreign minister, your reaction to this, he threatened the U.S. at the United Nations in New York, saying that, quote, the U.S. won't be spared from the fire of war if the genocide in Gaza continues. But what do you make of his response to that? What his comments there, KT?
The Iranians are always threatening somebody over something. I'm not making a lot of that. What I'm much more concerned with is what are the other countries in the region privately telling our officials. You know, it's one thing, they've all had to come out, whether it's Saudi Arabia, whether it's Jordan, others have had to come out and do lip service to say, well, Israel's bad, you know, we support the Palestinian people and the right of the Palestinian people to have their own state, et cetera, et cetera. What are they saying privately? Are they privately saying to the Biden administration, look, go take them out? Hamas is a bigger problem for us in the Middle East than it is even for you in the Middle East. Get rid of Hamas, and then in a post-Hamas Gaza, Iranian influence, whether it's with Hezbollah, whether it's the PLO, whether it's with Hamas and Gaza, then maybe you can start talking about having a legitimate state. But the general's right, as long as Hamas continues to exist, what it's going to do is what it's always done. It's going to try to destroy Israel, and it's going to do so using its own people, its own women and children as human shields. And it's going to do so in hopes of getting more casualties on its own side so they can say to the world, see, Israel's really the aggressor here. You should support Hamas and support what we're trying to do.
I mean, Iran and Hamas devalue and dehumanize. They devalue human life. General, former Mideast Ambassador Dennis Ross says in a New York Times op-ed that Arab officials tell them Hamas must go. Hamas must be eliminated. That's what Dennis Ross is saying. He hears from Arab officials throughout the Mideast. What's your reaction to that?
Well, in many ways, I agree with my former instructor at the Kennedy School at Harvard, Dennis Ross. Hamas must be eliminated if there's going to be a lasting peace. But you have organizations like Hamas, sponsored by Iran. You've got Hezbollah, which is very lethal, very capable, and they all want to destroy Israel. At some point, those organizations must be beaten and defeated. But Hamas right now, as a terrorist organization, must be eliminated. And that's not going to be easy because they're also part of the structure of the government there in Gaza.
KT, final word.
Israel, keep doing it. America, stand with Israel, and let's root it out once and for all, because if not, we're going to see nuclear weapons in that part of the world and potentially in the hands of people like Hamas.
Got it. Major General Dana Pittard. KT McFarland, thanks for joining us.